As I'm sure most of you are aware, life as a nationalist can be an isolating experience. As a modern-day thought criminal, as someone guilty of loving your people and way of life, as someone who has possibly lost friends or even family over these reprehensible beliefs, you will understand that standing by your principles, recognizing the perilous course the West is on, comes at a heavy cost. It can be hard for us to meet like-minded people in real life, and so to form personal connections. It's not because there aren't many of us around, but that there is a natural reluctance for people to come out as nationalist in a political landscape still hijacked by leftism and globalism. Most of us are still essentially in hiding. There are a lot of us out there who don't have a network or any personal connection at all with other nationalists. This is unhealthy, and the multiculturalists want it to stay that way. If they can keep us isolated and in despair, they can proceed unhindered towards their goal of a West that increasingly resembles the Third World, both demographically and economically. I currently run a Way of the World Facebook group with around 15,000 members. I recently came back off another month's ban there, and I don't think it'll be up for much longer because as the lie of multiculturalism unravels daily, leftist social media companies want us silenced. Anyway, there is a lot of interaction there between my subscribers, and I correspond privately with many of them. They write to me about all sorts of things, but the most frequent theme is that they lack direction and motivation for our cause because they are isolated and are trying to process all of this unpleasant information alone. In short, they get blackpilled. It's a heavy burden to bear at the best of times, but alone it's nigh impossible. When these people who write to me say they are feeling isolated, I sometimes ask them if they'd like me to introduce them to some like-minded people in their country. I have helped several people find new and valuable nationalist friendships in this way. So now I'm asking any nationalist watching this video if they would like some help finding some people to connect with. This video is about opening up a space for you, my subscribers, so you can talk to other nationalists in your own language and within your own particular cultural and national context. Meeting people closer to home also gives you the opportunity to meet in real life and organize if you so wish, to discuss ideas, set up new groups, make content and generally get active. So, if you're feeling stuck, this could be just the start of something new and positive. Finding a community, exchanging ideas, and even just a simple act of spending time with someone who understands where you are coming from. That's a novel experience for many of us, and can be incredibly beneficial in all sorts of ways. We really need more of this as a movement, so here's your chance. I've been thinking about how I might best do this. Obviously, safety is key. First, there is my Facebook group, which I invite you to join, and where you can interact and become friends with people. But I thought it might accelerate the process if I were to offer you a secure and direct opportunity to create new connections in your own countries. So I have set up an email account for this purpose. If you want me to facilitate a connection with another nationalist, you can write to me at natconnect@protonmail.com. I want to stress at the outset that this is not a commercial exercise. There is no cost involved. This is a voluntary thing because I want to help our people find each other, and that's all. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so about the email I'd like you to send, again, it's all about safety, security, and confidentiality. Here are some pointers. Number 1. Only use an email address you are happy giving out to strangers. Probably best for this address not to contain your full name. Number 2. To help me organize the emails, have only the name of your country or state as the subject heading. If you also want to give the name of your city or county, you can. That might help with a closer match. If you aren't comfortable with that, that's fine. So, for example, you can just put US, or Texas, US, or Austin, Texas, US. It's up to you. Number 3. Write a couple of sentences about yourself to let me know why you want to meet other nationalists. something I can pass on to your match. If you want, you can send a link to your social media profile for a bit more background. Giving just your first name is preferable, but if you want to give a false name, that's okay. Number 4. This isn't a dating service. That's not the sort of energy I want for this project. This is about nationalist friendships and potential activism. So the only time I'm going to allow anyone to specify the sex of a contact will be women who only want to meet other women. I think that's just common sense. So if you're a woman and this applies to you, just let me know in the email. Number 5. Obviously, when you get a match I send to you, be safe. Take time to get to know the person you are talking to. Be absolutely sure about them before you give any personal information about yourself. If you plan to meet, always meet in a public space. You know, the usual common sense precautions. The rest is up to you. I have no idea the level of response I'm going to get. It may just be a few people writing in. It may get a bit crazy. Who knows? What I wanted to try was something new, something real, something that may bear real fruit in your lives and for the future of our movement. This is about strength in numbers and in unity. It's about building something now and for the future. It's about getting active and getting into the real world. It's about our survival and revival. NatConnect@protonmail.com. Spread the word. I look forward to your email. Until next time, be well.